Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Mark Kazi here from Black Cat Comics in Rocket Milpitas. Every Wednesday is New Comic Day and I like to give you some great reasons to get down to your local comic shop and pick up something fun to read. Today's the 5th Wednesday of the month, which usually makes for a pretty small week. Usually has some odds and ends books, but this time around there's actually some really great stuff to talk about. Gonna start with the DC guys because this is Sandman Overture number 6. The last issue of the prequel to one of the greatest series of all time. This one's written by all-time legendary Neil Gaiman, art by J.H. Williams. Great stuff. So if you're a big Sandman fan, Neil Gaiman fan, or if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you definitely need to pick up these books. We've got all 6 in stock. Great stuff. Always recommend anything from Neil Gaiman. And Justice League. Latest issue of the Dark Side War. Probably one of the biggest books DC has, right behind Batman, I'd guess. Big fan of Dark Side myself. This book's been huge and it's really solid. Great story, great art. So if you're one of the 3 people not currently reading Justice League, you definitely need to get in on this week's issue. And Superman, also skyrocketing up the charts these days. Last few issues have been really huge. A lot of changes going on in Superman. So it's become really popular. Everybody knows I'm a Superman fan, so I've been waiting on that issue. AQUAMAN, another big book. Mira there on the cover. Rounds out your standard DC stuff, but since it's the 5th Wednesday, there's a bunch of annuals this week. This is your Batman annual number 4, because Batman's the biggest thing in comics. Batman Arkham Knight annual. All these annuals are double-sized, sort of chunky price points, but self-contained one-shots. GRAYSON teaming up with Superman in this issue. I'm a big fan of annuals. I like one-shots. I like double-sized comics. Green Lantern, giving you a little backstory on what's been going on in his book lately. And new Suicide Squad gets an annual this week as well. A lot of buzz about the Suicide Squad these days. And the Wonder Woman 77 Spectacular rounds out your DC stuff this week. If you're not a fan of Linda Carter, you're either not 100 years old like I am, or there's just something wrong with you because she's the greatest Wonder Woman of all time. Good week for the Marvel guys. There are 6 Secret Wars books this week, mostly X-related stuff. E is for Extinction, picking up from the Grant Morrison X-Men stuff. Ghost Racers, all of your Ghost Rider guys. Hail Hydra, my Marvel book of the week, because it just might have a guy named Steve Rogers in there. Inferno, MODOK, sort of your funny book of all this stuff. And X-Men 92 rounds out your Secret Wars stuff. Cool Sentinel cover there. Shield with Howard the Duck. Maybe you caught the premiere of the new season. Everybody's into Shield these days. Along with your 50th anniversary of Shield, this is your Cavalry issue. They've been doing one-shots for all the different agents. That's your one for this week. And Captain America White number 2 rounds out your Marvel stuff. You can read more about this one in our newsletter this week. Of course, I'm a fan of Captain America. I like anything Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. Highly recommend this one. We still got number 1 in stock. Grab this week's number 2. Good stuff. Good week for the Image guys. Stray Bullets is my Image book of the week because I love anything from David Lapham. This book is really dark and really messed up, but it's a really good read. Very complex, good characterization. Dig Stray Bullets. Goes way back. And Elephantmen is my other Image book of the week. Always talking about Elephantmen because it's a great example of genre fusion going on in comics. A little bit sci-fi, a little bit film noir, a little bit anthropomorphic. Elephantmen's a lot of fun. They do giant-sized trade paperbacks for their early issues. Really recommend grabbing volume 1 of that. Morning Glories, one of their longer-running Image books, along with Revival. The Image folks are really into those two, so you might want to grab the $1 reprint of the first issue and see what all the buzz is about. And from Under Mountains is your first issue Gotta Have It Image book of the week. Always great stuff from those guys. Conan the Avenger is my dark horse book of the week because I like the Avengers. No, I'm just kidding, because they do a great job with all their Conan stuff. Good story, good art, barbarian, action. If you're looking for something a little different, everybody should have something dark horse on their list. Archie number 3 is my Archie book of the week. This ain't your mama's Archie comics. Archie's now among the regular readers, not just the all ages stuff. Really recommend grabbing the first 2 issues of this and catching up with the new cool modern Archie, written by Mark Waid. You know I love everything Mark Waid. One of the all-time greats, that guy. Vampirella Annual is my Dynamite book of the week. Really dig the job Dynamite does with all of their licensed stuff. Vampirella's cool sci-fi horror. And it's a great week for kids' books. Simpsons Illustrated. Always talking up the great job Bongo does with their Simpsons books. Simpsons, Bart Simpson, Simpsons Illustrated, their cool character one-shots. Just as funny as the show. And the show is still funny after 27 years. And Uncle Scrooge. Been talking up the Disney return to comics with Mickey Mouse, Uncle Scrooge, Donald Duck, Walt Disney's comics and stories. Much like Dark Horse, everybody should have a Disney book on their list. Fun for you, fun for the little ones. Great stuff. Pretty small week, but lots and lots of good books. So check those shipping lists, get down to your shop, pick up something super awesome. That's all I got for you for this week. You can check us out at Facebook, check us out at blackcatcomics.biz, check out our cool YouTube channel, or just get on down here to Rockin' Milpitas. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.